Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Simone here. So today I'm going to be doing the Zodiac Book Tag. I haven't been tagged in this, and honestly I'm not the biggest kind of follower of the Zodiac signs, but I really thought the tag was interesting and I thought I wanted to do it. So I am going to do it today. The original tag was created by Ali from Hardback Hoarder, who's one of my favourite channels. I love her, and she created this tag originally, so let's get started. I don't have any of these books with me. As I said, I don't keep books that I've read, and all of my books are currently still packed upstairs. I need to get them sorted out because my bookshelf is arriving soon, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. But I'm going to be just putting a picture up on the screen instead. The first question is, Aries would probably take on a dragon with their bare hands. I'm actually going to say one that I do actually have the book of, and that is Jo from Little Women. I think that Jo would be, she is fiercely protective of her family, and I feel like she probably would attack a dragon with her bare hands if she felt like they were being threatened by the dragon. I also feel like she's just very fiery, and I feel like she's got that dragon thing in her anyway, so I feel like definitely I would class her as that character. Question number 2 is, Taurus looks innocent but would rip you to shreds, and this one is also a book that I own, and that is Hatsumomo from the Memoirs of a Geisha. She is the one who is basically against the main character and trying to bring her down, and I feel like she looks innocent, she looks like a beautiful girl, she's a geisha, she's beautiful, she's very popular, but she would easily tear you down if she felt like she would get ahead because of that. And I promise I don't have the books for the other ones. Question number 3, Gemini, the sassiest sass master. Try saying that 5 times fast. And for that one, I think I'm going to go with Scarlet from the Lunar Chronicles. I feel like she's a bit sassy, like she knows what she wants, she's quite like able to speak up and say her mind. I definitely think she's a sassy sass master. That was difficult to say. Question number 4 is Cancer, and I'm a Cancer, and that is made you feel all the feels, and that is definitely, that's right for Cancer in my opinion. And for that one, I'm going to go with the book 102 Minutes by Jim Dwyer. This is a book about the Twin Towers, and it's about the 102 minutes between the first plane hitting the Twin Towers and the towers collapsing, and it talks about the people behind it rather than the terrorists that did the horrible atrocity. It's about the people who were in the tower and the things that they went through and how they sort of either survived or unfortunately didn't. And I really enjoyed that book, but it was really, really sad to read. It was a very difficult read. Question number 5 is Leo, a badass that is actually a cinnamon roll in disguise. And I think I'm going to go with Kelsia from the Mistborn trilogy, at least the first one, because that's the only one I've read. The Final Empire. I think that he is really protective again, and I feel like he very much is that badass guy who's like goes for what he wants. He's trying to get, you know, trying to do things and whatever, but I do think that especially with Vin, he does have that kind of like cozy, calm perspective. Like he very much talks to her and respects her. So yeah, I think for me he's the one who's a cinnamon roll in disguise. Question number 6 is Virgo, independent boss ass bitch, or in the censored version will tell you my way or the highway. And I know a Virgo that would definitely apply that one too. And I think for me, for this question, I'm going to go with Jane Rizzoli from the Rizzolian Isles series. Especially the first one I read was The Surgeon, and she very much stands up for what she wants. She's very much like, this is what's going to happen. Even with the other detective on the case, I think his name's Thomas More. Could be wrong, but I feel like she very much stands up for herself, and she's like, this is what's going to happen, you either go with me or you don't go with me. But yeah, I really enjoy her as a character, and I definitely think she would be a Virgo. Question number 7 is Libra, ray of sunshine that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. For that one, I'm going to go with Bod from the Graveyard Book. I think Bod is so innocent and just like, I don't know, something so special about him. I absolutely love him as a character, and I definitely think that he's a little ray of sunshine, and made me feel very happy when I was reading that book. Question number 8 is Scorpio, and that is, yes, I understand your point, but I'm still right. A bit contrary, I believe. So for this one, I'm going to go with Cormoran Strike from the Cormoran Strike series. I think that he is often like that. I think sometimes he says to Robin, oh yeah, I'm listening to you, but then he goes off on his own and does the same thing anyway. I do think he has a lot of respect for her, but I do think it's quite funny to see him sometimes just completely dismiss what she said and go with what he was originally planning to do. So I would definitely say Cormoran. Question number 9 is Sagittarius, and that is yells, "Ay!" when a fight breaks out. And I feel like the main character actor, I forget her name, from #FashionVictim by Amina Akhtar would do that. She is actually a psychopath and is a serial murderer at the same time, so I feel like she's probably got it in her. I didn't like this book at all, but I did think this character is definitely someone who would do that. Question number 10 is Capricorn. Hides in the shadows but definitely deserves to see the spotlight. And for this one, rather than a character, I'm going to go for a book, and that is The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. I've heard a lot of people talk about thrillers in general, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about Mary Kubica, especially The Good Girl. I really enjoyed this book, and I definitely think more people should read it. Question number 11 is Aquarius, the quiet but psycho one. So it's going to be an interesting one to pick. And for this one, I'm going to go with Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. And what I mean by this is that it's a book that it's not one of the most hyped series of Brandon Sanderson. I feel like this is a book that kind of has a lot less hype to it. But I feel like for me, the reason why it's psycho is because it's just crazy good. Like, I absolutely loved it. It was one of my, it's probably, I don't know if it's my favourite over The Final Empire, but I definitely love both of them, definitely equally, but I don't know that I've got a preference, I don't think. But I do think that this one, for that reason, is psycho, because it's like crazy good. So yeah, I tried to really stretch that one. And the last one is number 12, and that is Pisces, Needs Protecting at All Costs. And for this one, I'm going to go with Laszlo Strange from Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This is one of my favourite books I read last year, and Laszlo is just so precious, and I feel like he needs to be looked after because nothing bad can happen to him. I haven't read Muse of Nightmares yet, which is the second book, and I'm nervous to do so because if anything bad happens to him, I don't know what I'm going to do. So there you have it, guys. That is my Zodiac Signs Book Tag. Thank you to Ali for coming up with this tag. I think it's a really interesting one. Let me know what star sign you are and what books you would have picked. I'm going to tag Julie from The Hungry Bookworm and Sam from A Bear and a Bee Books. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time for another video. Bye guys!